Hey everyone, my name is Tony and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a basic assembly from scratch using Profile Builder 4. We're going to stick to the basics, focusing on the foundation and see what we're able to create. And once you understand the basics, your SketchUp workflow should improve completely. Let's dive in. So in this video, we'll try to replicate this perimeter wall. As you can see in our reference, we're going to have an assembly that's made up of a couple of profiles and components, which will include this stone wall base, as well as this vertical and horizontal siding. As a practice file and some context, the perimeter wall will surround this entire model. And we're going to start by opening the assembly dialog. And we'll start off by creating a new profile member. Since we have nothing on our model, we'll create a profile from scratch. Think of a profile as a 2D shape that is extruded along our assembly path. So click on Edit Profile. Now for the shape, this is going to be a very simple rectangle that's about 2 feet 6 by 1 foot. Just flip this so we can see this vertically. And I'm actually just going to chamfer these edges real quick. Now we're going to select this entire shape, click on the plus icon for a new profile, and we're going to name this Stone Base. Hit OK, and now we have this face as our profile. Next, we're going to change the orientation. Select the bottom right, and we'll leave the rest of the settings as is, and we're going to hit OK. So that's going to give us our assembly. Next, we're going to select our path and click Build Along Path. And this is a preview of how it looks. Now to add material to our profile, let's go back to the profile editor and select the material from this drop-down options. I'm going to select Stone Rubble, hit OK, select my assembly and click for a quick update. And let's just apply to this other portion. So select my line and click Build Along Path. So now that we can see our assembly, let's create a very quick one here for illustration. And let's get a few important values for our assembly. So the stone base and the wood siding on the top are equal 3 feet, and the entire thing is 6 feet high and 12 inches thick. Okay, so let's add a new profile. So let's name our first profile Stone Base. And then we'll add a new profile. We'll call this Wood Siding. So next, we're going to create a new profile, call it Wood Siding. We're going to use this shape as our profile. Placement will be bottom middle. We'll keep that same orientation. Material, we'll select the wood decking and finalize by pressing OK. We'll click on our assembly, click to update, and that's what we have. Notice how both profile members exist in the same space. The wood siding needs to be 3 feet above the ground. So we'll come into the wood siding, we'll come to the up and down offset, make that 3 feet. Update, you can see that in a preview, and now update in our assembly, and this is what we have. So now that we have this, we need to add some components. Think of a component as a 3D object that is repeated along our assembly. So this is going to be our component. It's just a very simple extruded rectangle that we're going to convert into a component. So now let's make a component, call this wood 1, and let's adjust the component axis. And right here, you'll want to set the red axis to run in the same direction as our path. So first, let's set the red axis to run along the length of our object. Next, set the green axis, and now we can confirm our component. And now we're going to add the material. So now let's go back to our assembly dialog, click to add a new component, and select Pick from Model. So select that new component, and now let's activate Live Update. And as you can see, our component is running in the same space as our stone base. So let's adjust that up down offset to 3 feet to bring it up. And I actually want this to sandwich this horizontal siding. So we're going to need 2 of this with a 2-inch spacing in between. So first, let's adjust this to one side. Let's set left-right offset to 1 inch. This is now on one side. And to actually create the other one, we can just edit our original component. We can set this to group and make another copy that's exactly 2 inches apart. So it should look something like this. So to control the visibility of our components on our path, we can play with the infill options, and that's these settings right here. This one is responsible for components at given spacing along the path, which is affected by the spacing value. So here, if I put 5 feet, you can see how that changed our assembly. This one affects the start of the path. So if I toggle, you can see how that affects the start of our assembly. And if I go all the way to the end, you can see how that affects the end of the assembly. So this one, in my opinion, needs to be pushed a little bit further in, so we can come to the end setback and put 5 inches there. And you can see how that works within our assembly. Now, because this one has some 90-degree turns or junctions, we can look at the settings for those adjustments. So if I update my assembly, I can actually just tweak these off for now, and it gets rid of anything that would be in these corners. So far, it's looking pretty good. We can actually add 1 extra profile to cap around at the very top. Create a new profile, and this is going to be something that's just going to tie everything together. We'll call this wood 3. So it looks like that. We'll set the placement for bottom middle, and we'll leave everything as is, and we'll change the material to that wood decking. Hit OK, and as you can see, it's lined at the very bottom, and we need to set this up to 6 feet high. So by the end, it looks something like that. Now from here, you can start to add a little bit of more detail. For example, you can add some nails component, which could look something like this, that is spread equally across this vertical wood, and simply place this inside the original component. And you'll end up having something like that. And I'm actually going to change the material of this wood. Remember, once again, let's activate live update. We should call this wood top. Let's go into edit profile and change this to solid beige, and it will look something like that. And that's gonna be all for this video. Hopefully you can see how the basic settings in Profile Builder can allow you to create complete assemblies. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you wanna watch another Profile Builder workflow that's a little bit more advanced, be sure to catch this video right here. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.